started was hard to imagine Ivy League teams in must-win situations here, considering where the league was a season ago.
Yeah, the league last year, as many of our viewers will recall, sent six teams to the NCAA playoffs. And so the Ivy League last year was just feasting. This year, in early games, they have lost against non-conference opponents, and hence this game tonight becomes that much more magnified.
Penn will possess to begin this. Really well done by Hugh Mullane as well from the seat of his pants to get that one out. As a battle for it, Arceri is in there as well. Arceri back at the Faceoff X after a couple of games out for Penn.
You know, that'll be interesting development to watch, Joe, because as we've talked about before, faceoffs, goaltending, and shooting in these close games against closely matched teams who are very equal in many, saw him turning his head and just whipped it in the goal. So you just don't see things like that, but it just happened.
It's the break maybe that Princeton needed here because not a lot was really flowing for them in any way offensively. Arceri trying to come up with a face-off win. He does not. Instead, it's Sandoval for Princeton, and that results in a goal the other way. Coulter Mcmeekin scores his 19th of the year, and it's two quick Princeton goals.
Yeah, it's funny that you think Arceri coming back from Penn would be a huge advantage face-off-wise. He's not won a lot just yet. Princeton wins this face-off. They create some offense. They
lead for the Tigers after goals from Sam English and Coulter Mcmeekin. Mcmeekin, the leading scorer, just a sophomore for the Tigers. You talk about a player with a bright future. He's one. Heavy collision, ball still on the turf. Temporarily won by Penn, but Princeton hot in pursuit.
Could get a break out of this. There's Piper Bond.
Bond dumps it down low. A shot low and a save made.
Perfect passes, all caught. You know, that kind of thing was what I would have expected. There's been a little shakiness so far. It's getting darker in the sky now, so perhaps the field is clearer to see and the ball's clear. We'll see what happens in the second quarter.
Arceri against Sandoval at Faceoff X. Princeton getting some help from their friends on the wing, trying to get this win. And Farrar trying to save it. Princeton comes away with it. Not sure about Farrar sweeping that one back towards his own end, and the Tigers take it on.
You know, key for Penn is they need Emmett Carroll to start making saves. They've got to get him going on the saves.
Yeah, that one high to high. It feels like he saves that last week. As that one's dished into the corner, and the turnovers continue. So far, 4-2 in that department. Actually, Penn with a narrow lead. Another face-off win here makes it 5-2. And here comes Penn trying to put two goals together. Coming off of a career-high 21 saves. Now ball awarded to Princeton once again.
You can hear the Princeton sideline, whether correct or not correct. Every time that Penn's faceoff guy makes a move, they all scream early.
Lacrosse is a game of runs here, but the run needs to start.
There's nobody on Penn's left wing here, Joe. I wonder if there's a penalty. They didn't get subbed correctly. I'm not quite sure what happened, but
still 15 seconds left on the Till penalty. Somehow. Lake looking for the clear. Princeton with the takeaway. Mcmeekin working his way in. Odd man rush here for Princeton. He shoots. Carroll makes the save. Ball still on the ground, bouncing behind Carroll. And a crease violation. Smith looked like he got knocked at the end of that one, was pleading his case to the official as well. Looked like he experienced a shot in a sensitive area.
Joe, I was happy that you covered that one because you were better. You're a more it was a beautifully handled by you. I'm not sure I'd have been able to handle it as beautifully as you did. PJ for oh no!
Farrar trying to keep this alive. He doesn't. Princeton ball.
You know, face-offs, Joe, are a combination of face-off play, right? The face-off men going hard at each other, and wing play.
You said.
It's a totally fair point. If you didn't have a scoreboard here, if we didn't have a monitor in front of us, it feels like Princeton's up by 5. You know, fast break here by Princeton. Nice play by BJ Farr to disrupt that ball. Because it was all
Princeton back up 6-4 with 1:36 left, and you were just talking about a smart shot selection for the Tigers. You'd expect nothing less from Ivy League schools, but here we are. Penn back down 2. Now holding is the call. Possession awarded to Penn. Princeton sideline not liking that.
See James Shipley become that guy to sort of play his way into the game.
Fury standing at 6'5". Same height as Sam Hanley, just looks like a goal scorer. Here's BJ Farrar.
So Penn's going to substitute here, right? So they had their defensive special. So goaltending, as we talked about earlier at the Open, goaltending, face-offs, quality of shooting.
Penn looking to get rolling here as they possess to begin this half. What's an adjustment that you'd like to? Arceri, clean win.
Great face-off win by Arceri. A lot of pressure on him, though.
Arceri not giving it up yet.
Good help there by Ben Smith because Arceri.
Penn cuts the lead to 1. Princeton has not allowed Penn to tie the game. Quakers scored first, Princeton the next 2. They haven't relinquished the lead since. Now here's Farrar. Fires it ahead.
That was an incredible play. I don't know if you saw that, Joe, but Penn's facing was ready. Flips it one hand, overhand to Penn's defense, who then affects the clear. That was a really nice play.
Pretty darn good.
It was a 9-8 kind of game, a 9-8, 10-9 type of game. It kind of seems like that we're headed for. You know, we're coming down the stretch here. Again, not to harp on the same items, but face-offs, goaltending, quality of shots, and the team that plays smart, right? Don't be that kid who takes a dumb penalty. Don't be the guy who makes a dumb turnover, right? Play smart lacrosse, and let's see what happens as we come down in the fourth quarter.
Penn dominating face-offs now. That's 12-5 if they're able to come up with this one. It's a battle for it. Princeton comes up with it instead. Near steal for Penn.
Almost a little inside break there for Princeton.
New face-off man for Princeton, Koby Ginder, getting into the action as Penn has enjoyed an advantage there. Princeton's advantage on the scoreboard is no more. A brand new game at 7 with George Corrigan, Joe Torti. Glad that you could join us here in Philadelphia. A hold awards the ball to Princeton, and the Tigers with the chance to reclaim the lead.
Yeah, that's bad news for Penn to lose that face-off, but good squeeze him and pinch him tighter from their defensive stance.
Extra man goal for Penn gives them their first lead since 1-0. 6:06 left in this one. Another big face-off win for Arceri of Penn.
Just a clean win. You know, we talked earlier, sometimes you can win them clean yourself. Other times you need your wingman and your wing play to sort of scrap. 3 minutes to go. Big face-off coming.
Tied up at 8-3, 20 left in regulation. Arceri trying to dig in for Penn. Looked like he had it clean temporarily. Princeton winning the ground ball, though, and the Tigers with the chance to take the lead. Get it settled. Then in overtime at Franklin Field with George Corrigan, Joe Torti here with you as we start brand new. Princeton had a 3-goal lead for a long stretch in this one, but Penn scratching their way back, evening things up. And now we head to the extra time.
Big face-off here, Joe. Huge. Wow, Penn had it, didn't get it.
Still might. Battle for it in their own end. Ground ball. Bond's going to come away with this. Feeling the pressure, dumps it. Carroll getting free. And now here's Bond. Bond has a lane to take it himself if he wants. Exercises that option.
wonder if Penn will choose to call timeout here, Joe, or just continue with the action and try to get to the goal.
Each team does have one with 3:25 to go in overtime. Hanley behind Cage.
Sam carries the exploit. I'm surprised he gave that ball up. I thought he was going to take it himself and try to go to